Welcome to the video tutorial on how to install a proxy server on OpenWRT. This is my OpenWRT router and I will use it as a proxy server. To use the router as a proxy server I use software called Squid. This is a list of packages you install for your OpenWRT router including the graphical interface and reporting tools. After you complete the installation, refresh your browser and a menu named Service appears. You will now see the Squid Proxy Management graphical interface appear. Next, set up the firewall as follows to use Squid Proxy. You create a new port forwarding. You forward port 80 to Squid. By default, Squid uses port 3128. You can replace the default port if you want. Proxies help you create caches when accessing the internet to reduce bandwidth and response times. After completing the firewall setup on OpenWRT, I set up a proxy on my Windows 11 computer to test the results. The proxy server IP address is the IP address of the OpenWRT router. Now Windows computers access the internet using proxies. This is the Squid Proxy Management page. It tells you a lot about the server. For example, here is a list of clients. But one thing you should know is that the router's memory is very small and not enough to cache the proxy server. So I use a USB drive to cache the proxy server. Here are the steps to add a USB drive to the proxy server. You install the packages as above. I put the installation instructions in the description. The router has detected the USB drive. It is named SDA. Next, I installed software called fdisk. This software helps me format and create partitions on USB drives. After completing the fdisk installation, I use it to create a partition on the SDA drive. I deleted all partitions on the USB drive and created a new partition. The newly created partition is named SDA1. You format partition SDA1 as ext4. Next, I map the SDA1 partition to a directory. You copy and paste the above commands to map partitions to folders. The newly created partition is mapped to a directory named SDA1 in a directory named MNT. I have finished adding the USB drive to the OpenWRT router. Now I configure the proxy to use it. You stop the Squid service. Set up proxy caching. Update the path to the SDA1 folder that was just mapped to the USB drive in the previous step. Change cache size depending on USB drive capacity. Then you set read and write permissions on the SD1 directory. Rebuild cache directory tree. Start Squid to make sure it will be running. So I have completed the steps to install and configure the proxy on the OpenWRT router. On a Windows computer, I set up a proxy and check the results. Devices in the network after setting up the proxy will be able to access the internet using cache memory. This will help reduce bandwidth and response time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good luck.